Your US tax dollars have been funding terrorism. Stay with me, I'll tell you how I know. Because internal investigations prove that UNRWA, the United Nations agency that aids Palestinians, was laundering money for Hamas, and the US government, which provides nearly 30% of UNRWA's budget, was paying for it.
UNRWA was transferring hard US currency, about $20 million a month by armored car, into Gaza every month. And of course, money changers in Gaza are controlled by Hamas.
That's Avery Sammet, a lawyer who's part of the team suing UNRWA. Let me break down how this works. UNRWA raises money in the US, and the US central bank electronically transfers that money to the New York branch of the Arab Bank. From there, it's electronically wired to Ramallah in the West Bank, where it's withdrawn in US dollars and physically trucked into Gaza. Once it's in Gaza, UNRWA pays the salaries of its employees in US dollars. Except there's a problem. US dollars aren't accepted in Gaza. So, why are they being paid in dollars? UNRWA claimed they paid their staff in dollars because apparently their staff asked to be paid in dollars, but this makes no sense because those employees can't use dollars locally, not to buy groceries or pay rent or do anything with the money they just got paid. So they're forced to convert it to local shekels. And who controls the local money changers that you convert things to shekels with? Hamas. You know, when you travel abroad and you convert your dollars to the local currency, those money changers got to set the conversion rate and charge a service fee. So Hamas was making $2 to $4 million every month from the exchange rate and conversion fees. And they were getting something even more valuable: cold hard US cash. Hamas needs physical dollars to buy weapons and supplies on the black market because you can't pay for missiles with Apple Pay. So that's why UNRWA pays their employees in US dollars, because in exchanging the dollars for shekels, they get to skim off the top and have cold hard cash to buy weapons. In 2018, UNRWA commissioned what's called a social transfer study of their own organization, seeing how the money from UNRWA affected the lives of Gazans. In their own study, employees said that UNRWA would have to shut down if the money laundering was revealed. Some said they were terrified that Hamas would kill them if they refused to act as currency mules by exchanging their salaries with them. And UNRWA was explicitly warned about the reputational risk of money laundering. So this wasn't just financial mismanagement. It was an illegal money laundering operation that funded terror. And under US law, that's a crime. UNRWA wasn't just complicit, they enabled these crimes. So what's their response to all of this?
They have admitted the cash transfer, and they've come in and they've claimed immunity, and they can't be sued.
That messaging is coming straight from the man at the top, Philippe Lazzarini. He knew about the corruption, he knew Hamas was skimming off the top, and his response? Nothing. That's why Lazzarini and past Commissioner Generals of UNRWA are now in the crosshairs of this lawsuit. All of this unfolded in plain sight. This lawsuit is a step in ensuring that UNRWA is finally held accountable for enabling terrorism.